At the 2024 Vtuber Awards, the Vtuber known as Chachayourvmom was nominated for the Rising Star Award. While she did not win the award, her growth was worth studying. And no, I don't mean the growth of her thighs, but I do study those, respectfully, of course. Chacha's growth as a Vtuber is a wonderful case study to determine how best to grow as a Vtuber, or really as any type of online entertainer. Before I explain why, I probably should mention my own credentials. In other words, why should you listen to this beautiful blue-haired girl on your screen? Well, besides for the fact that you get to stare at my amazing chest, I do know my stuff as well. First of all, I am a trained social scientist, having completed my master's degree in political science at the top of my class, and I've also done social and political science research for many years, with much of my work having been presented at the UN. In addition, I have also been trained in public relations and have been part of the inner circle of a successful mayoral election bid in a major Canadian city. So with that background, I then took my abilities to study people and how they interact and spread their message, and then honed it as part of the Filian clipping server, having both reached 15,000 subscribers as a clipper with over 10 million views, and also being crowned Rank 3 Clipper of the Month of November 2024. I also ended up becoming the main person who provides clips to this server's main source of recent stream clips known as daily clips to post. So, in short, I'm gooning. Oh no! Okay. So in short, I'm good at telling when a VTuber's fire. Chacha hit her stride recently, seeing explosive growth after being on Filian's stream. Now, let me catch any naysayers before you head down into the comments. No, my advice isn't get on a bigger streamer's stream. Sure, that might help, but being on a massive stream like Filian's, while a big opportunity, is not a quick trick to stardom. Filian frequently gives smaller creators a chance to appear on stream, be it a talent show or to quiz Filian and her friends. Such as the stream, which resulted in Chacha's first appearance on stream.
You're having some pregnancy cravings. What are you picking?
Right out of the gate, everyone was able to see the difference between Chacha and other VTubers Filian has had on. And no, I'm once again not referring to her thighs. Yes, they're very distracting to my poor lesbian brain. Chacha's difference is one of improvisation. I don't know if Chacha has any formal training or is simply naturally talented and has honed it through her day-to-day life, but she does show a mastery of the core concepts of improvisation. The skills I want to particularly focus on are active listening and gift giving. What I mean by this is that she is highly capable of going with the flow of whatever her collab partner gives her, looking for keywords or concepts that she can play off of, and then, in return, accepts the gifts she received in her partner's words and actions, and then continues along the path created by her partner, while also adding new information. Meaning that while Chacha's in a collab, not only do viewers get to enjoy her and her partner's unique talents separately, along with their personalities, but instead, they get to see a maelstrom of innovation and energy as she, Filian, Cottontail, or whoever she is with build off of one another more and more. She is not the only VTuber to be able to do this. The aforementioned Filian and Cottontail are also prime examples of skilled improvisers. But the unique factor to Chacha is her level of talent at the point she was at pre-streaming with Filian. Many VTubers hone their skill as they grow and reach Chacha's level only after they've been in the public eye for many years. While Chacha had been streaming for a year and 3 months when she was on Filian's stream for the first time, while also demonstrating skill far beyond what her tenure as a VTuber might suggest. Chacha also showed no sign of being starstruck. To her, it seemed like Filian wasn't a big VTuber at all when they talked. She was just another one of her kids to playfully tease and show care and support to, letting her stand on equal footing as Filian and her created a balanced dynamic together, which allowed for a lot of fun. The alternative being a collab partner who is too nervous to play off of Filian, which of course leads to less fun for the audience. All of this was recognized in her second stream with Filian when she was adopting Filian. I, for one, saw her for who she was, and I clipped the heck out of her. I mean, really, just check out my clipping channel. Most of my clips are about her and Filian. Some even have over 1 million views. Beyond that, I also pushed her hard to others. In that time, instead of the average 10 clips I sent to the server for every stream for people to edit, I posted hundreds, and they loved it. I was not alone in seeing Chacha's potential, so people started to make edit after edit of her, raking in the views, as her clear speech, just unhinged enough personality, and bubbly demeanor made it super easy to edit and a lot of fun. So, in part, the second factor is a bit of a luck-based one. You could be the best VTuber in the world, but if no one sees you, then you'll never grow. So taking every chance you get to collab with bigger streamers, or any other streamer really, and making sure to not only assert yourself but coexist in the collab. Make sure to catch people's attention in order to be able to catch people's attention as a first step, but then you need other people to push you further. So maybe, like Chacha, you'll catch the eye of a cute blue-haired Canadian girl, but I only have 2 eyes, and one of them is always trained on Cottontail, so that's not your best bet. No, seriously, one of them is. It's kind of distracting. Instead, your best bet is probably to hire editors. I'm not going to recommend a place to look for editors right now, since I haven't vetted enough options and I don't want to send you to a scammer by mistake. You can also learn to edit yourself by using YouTube tutorials, or if you really want to push yourself, try joining the Filian editing server. It's a lot of fun, it's a great community, and you learn so much. And when you do, please use my code, DG2MCN. It will help me out a little bit, and I'd appreciate it. The server invite link is below. But luck is not the only factor on her side. The reason many clippers continued to clip her was because they became elated when Chacha commented on, reposted, or interacted in many ways with clips they made of her. Chacha's interactions with the clippers helped them boost the clippers' profiles, which made them want to clip her even more. Her interactions then served twofold: to make people want to clip her more, and to make sure that people seeing her comments would recognize that she is a kind and approachable person, and then would be more likely to follow her. Lastly, we have the mom of it all. Listen, her being a mom is a factor. I won't pretend like it's not. And I really hate to give Sigmund Freud any credit, but while that man was a coke fiend, he may have been right on the money that all men want to kill their dads and sleep with their moms. Observe the comments in any video about her, and you will quickly see that people are excited to engage in the roleplay of her being a sexy mom figure, either offering to give her another kid, or to become Filian's dad, which, wow, you have to be committed for that. Anyways, the connection and warmth of a motherly figure is attractive. However, the fact that the attraction becomes collaborative and is not afflicted upon Chacha is a fascinating factor. Comments are less likely to want to perform an action at Chacha, like saying, I want to F her, and tend to offer something much more like wanting to be her partner in some manner. May Friedman, a faculty member at the Ryerson University in Toronto, Canada, published the paper Unpacking the MILF, Exploring Motherhood, Sexuality, and Feminism, in which she broke down the values and the dangers of the idea of a MILF to the future of feminism and the sexual liberation of women. The danger of the term MILF is that while it does positively acknowledge that mothers can have sexual desires, which is a positive, as it makes the attraction into something that is done to them. The mother is not a sexual being themselves, but someone you feel sexual thoughts at. The person you want to F, not the person who wants to F, if that makes any sense. Additionally, a majority of those who are classified as MILFs online are white and of a higher income bracket, restricting the ability of mothers to be sexual to only rich white women. Please read her paper. It goes into a lot more detail than I'm going to have here, and it really expands upon this topic a lot more. It's really cool. I'll link it in the description below. Read at it, have fun. Anyways, continuing. Despite the dangers of the idea of the MILF, there are things to be gained for feminism and women's sexuality from the term. And Chacha is a prime example of how Friedman says the MILF can be a positive force in this regard. For one, she is a woman of color, and also, instead of letting sexuality be something others force upon her, she's frequently the instigator of her own sexual moments, whether it be by switching to her alley cat negligee outfit, or inflating her thighs. She is the one who not the one who happens to be She is in control of her sexuality, and not only uses it, but flaunts it as she pleases. She is the perfect case example of how a mom should be seen as hot. Hot because she knows it, and wants to throw it in your face, not because you decided it for her. What this means for VTubers is that she attracts an audience that is not demanding of her, who wants to use her, but instead an audience who is made up of kind people who want to help her. She did this by taking control of her sexuality, and by taking control of her sexuality like this, she opens the door to people like me, who really get turned off by people who try and incite people to make them try to use them. It's much more fun to play along with someone who is willingly flirting, than it is to try and forcefully have someone receive your attempts at flirts. What we can take from this is not necessarily that you should be flirting with your audience. If you don't want to, don't. Go with what you're comfortable with. But either way, what you should take away from this is when you choose to interact with your audience in a provocative manner, whether it be flirting or any other thing that could be classified as very engaging, you need to be careful in the way you do so and make sure that it keeps you in control and keeps you safe. You want to build up an audience that supports you, not an audience who wants to get something out of you. A group of parasocial friends, not a swarm of piranhas trying to get a bite out of you. Next morning, Luminous popping back in to record a little extra bit since I forgot last night. In summary, the lessons that we can take from Chacha are: take some improv classes, don't put bigger VTubers on a pedestal, be grateful to and help support clippers, fan artists, and anyone who takes the time to make something about you. Take control of how you want to be treated by your audience. And, of course, have fun. If you're having fun, your audience will have fun. Okay, so I'm tired now. Bye. Wait, what? Okay, fine. I'll do a proper outro first, I guess. Hey, little stars, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Was that good enough for you, Mom? Mom, come on. Fine, I'm going to my room.